Okay. I just wanted to
reach out because you're starting to put some money towards the future, and I really appreciate that. Look, I know $50 isn't as much as you want it to, but it's better than nothing. Plus, as you get older, I'm sure you'll be able to afford to put more in. And of course, that's good for me because I ain't trying to be broke. So, keep it up,
kid. I'll see you somewhere on the beach when you retire because I am you. Okay, bye. Okay, that was weird, but hopefully this intro proved a point, so yeah. So making money for the present is always cool. You definitely want to have the opportunity to enjoy it while you're physically capable to. But I'm trying to make sure that when I retire in like 30 years or so, that old man Darren is set as well. With that, another financial goal that I set for this year is to invest at least $50 a month into my Roth IRA. I personally chose to set up a Roth because I firmly believe that the amount of money that I'll be making in the future will be a lot higher than the amount of money I'm making now. And that's definitely important because the more money that you make, the higher tax bracket you'll end up being. And with a Roth IRA, I'm paying the taxes on the money I'm putting in rather than paying the taxes when I pull it out once I retire. I've said this before on a bunch of my videos, and it's something I'm gonna reiterate pretty frequently until something changes, but I am definitely not rich. I know $50 isn't as much in comparison to a lot of other people, but it's definitely better than nothing. And with that, I've invested about $250 into my Roth IRA this year, and it currently has a balance of $5,500, maybe $5,600. $4,000 or so of those dollars came from a traditional 401k that I had with a former company. I decided to just transfer it over just so this amount makes a little more sense. The primary position I'm holding in this Roth is VTI. This is an ETF or an exchange traded fund that I talk about a lot on this channel for some major diversification, because investing into it is essentially investing into virtually every stock on the US stock market. As far as amount, I have 25 shares that generate about $80 a year in dividends, aside from the 7 to 9% that I get in capital growth every single year. So not bad. What's funny is that I've gotten a decent amount of comments on my YouTube channel. By the way, thank you guys for commenting on my videos. But anyway, I've gotten a lot of comments that have told me to, hey, check out SCHD, make sure you invest in SCHD. Well guys, I've been investing into it for a little bit now. I actually have a few shares of SCHD in my dividend portfolio that I talked about in my previous video, and I just started investing into it in my Roth a few months ago. So with that, I have about 1.4 shares of SCHD in my Roth that generate a whopping $3.70 a year in dividends. So excited. But I'll hopefully have decades of investing into both of these ETFs and just my Roth in general, so I'm not really worried about the amount I have right now. What's always really cool is looking back at this portfolio and seeing where it could put me in 30 years from now just with investing $50 a month. I did some calculations the other day, and let me know in the comments below if you know of a better way to calculate how much money you could have in the future while accounting for dividend paying stocks and a Roth IRA. But I ended up using two different sites. One that had a Roth calculator, so it took account of the taxes and stuff like that, but didn't take into account of the stocks and the dividends they may pay, and another site that actually takes into account those stocks and their dividends, but not the tax-related stuff from the Roth. According to the regular Roth calculator, if my portfolio increases by 10% every single year, which by the way is the rough average that VTI does every single year, then by the time I am 60 years old, I will have a portfolio with about a $187,000 balance. Now, if we consider what I invest into and the similar stats, then the website trackyourdividend.com tells me that I will have about $145,000 to $147,000 by the time I retire at the same age. And also that portfolio should generate $2,000 a month in dividends. I really hope it's a month. It might be a year, but I think it's a month. That part's actually really cool. So even with $50 a month, there's a few thoughts I always have in the back of my mind that make me really excited about the potential of this portfolio. First off, I'm really confident that the amount of money I'm making now will be less than the amount of money I'm making in the future, which means I can contribute more into this portfolio. As a matter of fact, hopefully by the end of this year or next year, I can contribute $100 a month in this portfolio, which would automatically double the estimated amounts that I'm supposed to receive by the end of my work experience on when I approach retirement. Second, and possibly more important, this is not my only retirement portfolio. I have 2 other retirement accounts, one from a former job that I left a year ago that I haven't put money towards. I'm actually moving over to my Roth pretty soon. I'll keep you guys updated if you're interested. And another one from my current job. And when you put those together, the potential based off my current job is that I could have about $1.5 million by the time I retire. That's assuming I don't find a job that pays more, or if I stay at this job, I don't get any raises or I don't get any promotions, which I highly doubt. So that's the way I hope people, especially you guys out there, are really thinking when it comes to how much money you're investing into the stock market. Just like I said in my previous video, you may not currently have a 7-figure portfolio that pays you dividends like a lot of other people on this platform have, which is really cool, by the way. But you'll never get there or anywhere near there if you don't invest whatever you can invest right now, whether it's $1,000 a week or month or just $1. And the whole purpose, unless you're a day trader, is to consistently invest and be patient, especially when it comes to investing in your future. So that's my goal with all this. Hopefully I can increase the amount of money I'm investing into it soon and continue to increase it, so I'm putting more into it every single month. But in order for that to happen, step 1 is to take the money I have and continue to pay off this debt so I can use that remainder amount of money that would normally go towards debt, towards things like my IRA or my other portfolios. The current biggest debt I have right now, one of the biggest debts, are my credit cards, and they suck. I actually make a video about it, so if this is something you're probably going through as well, make sure you watch it. Maybe I can give some tips for you guys who are probably going through the same thing. I really do appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, take care.